Hi, so we are over at Four Silos this morning in Gilbert, and I am here with Skyler. He is with Angler Pest Control. Is it Pest Control?
Yep, you got it.
And we are going to do a little bit of a feature for him and what he brings to the table as one of our awesome vendors. Hi, Skyler. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, Kelly. Thanks for having me out today. Thank you, Megan. My name is Skyler Clark. I'm the owner of Angler Pest Control, and I have been in business for 7 years on my own. And I have been in the pest control industry full-time for 12 years, and I've been around it my whole life. My dad had a pest control business, so I've kind of been exposed to it my whole life and just enjoy moving around the Phoenix area chasing bugs. So,
Okay, that's
yeah.
awesome. So I'm going to ask you just a few questions. If you could just tell us about your business, like how did it start and what inspired you to kind of do what you do?
Okay, yeah. Like I said, I've been around it my whole life. But my dad got sick, had some issues years ago, so I took over my dad's business and I started running it. And I just enjoyed the freedom of, being my own boss, working on my own, being self-employed. And so I took the leap and jumped in full time to take over his business. And then I started my own after a few years and took his client list and have expanded on it since. So, like I said, 7 years in business on my own and about 15 years in the pest control industry.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, really enjoy being my own boss.
We do like family businesses, so that's really nice to
Yeah.
hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and then just what exact services or products do you offer?
So I do all general pest control related, ants, spiders, crickets, roaches, all the general pests. I also do rodent work. I can put out bait stations and do some traps and do some rodent work as well. I'm getting into weed spraying, starting to do that this spring, getting into
Nice.
spraying weeds and treating for, herbicides for weeds. And then termite work. I'm
Okay.
currently building out a rig to start doing termite jobs and treat for termites and as well as do termite inspections. So trying to kind of
Awesome.
be a fully encompassing pest control
Yeah,
business. So.
I tell you, after our recent rains, we really need that weed control.
Absolutely. They're popping up like crazy.
They're like crazy.
It didn't get cold enough for them to go dormant
It
this
did
year.
not.
So.
It just really escalated.
Yep.
What is your favorite success story or client experience so far?
I've had a lot of them over the years. And probably one of my favorite things about customers and coming in contact with people over the years is, I do a lot of word of mouth business, like with you guys getting referrals and my current customers giving referrals. And one of my favorite things is when people say, hey, my cousin so-and-so or my neighbor recommended you. You're going to be my bug guy. I want you to come out. Here's the gate code. Here's the garage code. And I've never even met them. And, they trust me enough because of the referral from someone else. They trust me enough to be their bug guy, go into their house. And it's just great to build that relationship right from the get-go with that trust from a solid referral from someone that they know. And that just makes me feel like a very trustworthy, very good person.
Yeah, I mean,
It's really
it takes a lot to
confidence
get
booster.
that. Absolutely. Yeah. So it just shows the character that you are to be able
Right.
to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then to just go off of that, it's the other thing I hear quite consistently is, man, we've had bug people in the past, pest control companies come out, and I have never seen them do as much as you have done or treat as thoroughly as you've treated. Nobody's sprayed under the sink or nobody's gone around our fence line. So just small little details, just treating other areas and taking that extra step of detail for people.
Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so are there any tips or advice you'd give homeowners, buyers, sellers, anything related to your services?
Yeah, as far as, pest control goes in Arizona, it doesn't really get cold enough for bugs to go dormant. So just staying for, homeowners and to be consistent with pest control services. Maybe not a monthly routine, but just at least do it a couple times a year. Monthly is the best just because it gets so hot. The heat and the sun breaks down the pesticides and breaks them down in the summertime. But as far as just doing a consistent, whether it's, every other month, twice a year, I see so many people that they call me once and then they don't call me for 3 years and there are bugs everywhere. What happened? I'm like, well, if you're a little more consistent, just stay on top of it. And, you don't have to climb that huge mountain. You just do a little bit of steps along the way and stay on a consistent treatment plan of some kind.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
And then what areas do you serve and how can people best reach you?
Yeah, I serve the whole valley. I go valley wide. I stay more on the east side of town.
Okay.
I do, Mesa, Gilbert, Queen Creek, Chandler, and then, Phoenix, Peoria, the west side of town. I only go once or twice a month.
Okay.
I don't spend as much time over there. I live on the east side. I stay more of the east side, but I do go valley wide.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, best way to reach me is through my phone number.
Okay.
That phone number is tied directly. It's my business cell phone number. And call, text, leave a voicemail. I'll get back to any of it.
Okay.
My email works as well, but my phone is the best way to reach me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So just for fun, what's one thing people might be surprised to learn about you or your business?
Let's see. With my business name, it might come as a surprise, but I really like fishing. I'm a big fisherman. I do all kinds of fishing, and my business slogan is fishing out your pests. So whether
Amazing.
I'm at work or on the weekend out at the lake, I just prefer to be trying to catch something no matter what it is. So if you have any outdoors questions, fishing questions, I can answer any of those as well as spray for your bugs. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you would like to add?
The only thing I like to add is thank you for giving me the opportunity to be spotlighted today, and appreciate being able to work with you guys. So
we do appreciate you being one of our great vendors. So if you want to connect, just DM us and let us know.